Okay, let's settle this down in terms of the issue related to the 5 times and the 10 times optical zoom, and why I think Samsung's decision to go back to 5 times optical zoom in detriment of the 10 times optical zoom might not be actually a good idea. So I'm going to start with the 1x, which is the main lens, but it is a wide lens. What happens with this is that over the years, the main wide lens has become ridiculously wider. And for instance, I'm going to use as a point of reference that building over there, which is a school, to explain my point. So the actual distance with the 1 time, the actual distance between where I am and the school, when you take the shot, it's actually wider, it's longer than the actual distance from where I am and that building. So now let's move into the 5 time. So I'm using the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra and the Pixel 8 Pro. Let's do the 5 time now. So what happens with the 5 times zoom? The distance between my position and the building, it feels more like the actual distance between the building and where I am. So the 5 times is more, it's obviously it's zoom in relation to the 1 time, but it feels more like not really a zoom. It's basically the actual distance, between where I am and the building. It feels more like that. Now, what happens with this? Let's say you go to a sporting event, to I don't know, a concert, to the zoo, to the aquarium, whatever, and you want to take a closer look, a closer shot of anything you want to, but you cannot move forward any further. For whatever reason, you cannot move forward any further. So this 5 times shot will just give you, basically, as I said before, the actual distance between you and the subject, in this case, that building. And now, as I said before, you cannot move further for whatever reason. Now, let's change to 10 times. Now, when you zoom in, you go to 10 times. So now it feels more like you're actually zooming in, okay? And where you can catch a closer shot or video of the subject. So that's the reason why I think the 10 times zoom, optical zoom, should be improved and not dropped in favor of the 5 times optical zoom. Let's go back to 5 times again. You see, once again, this is the actual distance, basically the actual distance from where I am and that building. And the 10 times, okay, the 10 times is the one that gives you the actual, anything between the 10, 9 and 10 will give you the actual closer shot that you want to. No? So that's the reason why I think going back to 5 times optical zoom is not a good idea. I hope you understand my point. If you disagree with me, that's fine. Just let me know why I might be wrong and why you think the 5 times, going back to 5 times, is a good idea. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but so far I will stick to my point. I will give Samsung the benefit of the doubt, but so far, until I see a different result based on my experience, I will stick to my point that going back to 5 times optical zoom is not a good idea. Actually, if anything, probably it should be 5 times optical zoom and 10 times optical zoom. If you're going to drop one of the optical zoom, it might be better to drop the 3 times optical zoom. But to be honest, I'm not sure about that, so that's another matter of discussion. I might be wrong on that one. So I'm not going to make any kind of statement in relation to dropping the three times optical zoom in favor of a 5 times optical zoom, because I'm not myself 100% sure about that. But I am sure that dropping the 10 times optical zoom in favor of the 5 times optical zoom might not be a good idea. So once again, I might be wrong, but until I see the result, I don't fall for the hype. I'm done with that. Every year it's one hype after the hype and after the hype. And based on my experience, they under-delivered. They under-delivered. So be it Samsung, Apple, or Google. So that's what all I have to say about this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I right? Am I wrong? It's just applying a little bit of critical thinking. So this is all for this video. See you in the next one. Hasta la vista.